got the doctor in front of your name.
So specifically with today's Hot Off the Press segment, there was a post that was going pretty viral, and it was by Black Cosmo News. And the headline stated, the strongest couples are the ones who struggle and emerged stronger in relationships. So this was specifically about Kirk and Rashida Frost. And if anybody knows about Kirk and Rashida from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they are like the poster child for this statement. So Brittany, I wanna ask you, because this was like literally going viral. Yeah. I wonder, is this narrative true? Like, do we have to struggle in order to have a strong relationship?
Help us, Holy Ghost. Have to is the word that I, no pun intended, struggle with in this conversation. And, not to take it to the word, but there's this idea that struggle is required versus common or typical or expected. But to suggest that we have to struggle before we reach this, pinnacle of love and things like that, there's taking the choice away from it. A lot of the things that we know and experience or see in social media or TV are decisions. Like, I'm making a choice, conscious choice, sometimes, perpetuated by childhood traumas and this and the other thing, but I am in sound mind and body making a decision to be in this relationship. I'm making a decision to deal with this. And that separates the difference between, grace and forgiveness and being flawed humans and all of that. But some of the stuff, particularly the couple that is the topic of the conversation, Kirk and Rashida, she loves it. She has to.
She has to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't, struggle up for me, it feels like, I hate that terminology, but there's a temporariness to, like, innately, like, struggle temporarily so that you can get to this next level. And, like, I think we conflate that with the idea of, building together. We conflate that with the idea of fulfilling your potential or reaching your potential and things like that. Yeah. That's different from, I am not going to love you well until you've earned the right for me to love you the right way. Or if you want me, then you have to deal with my maturation process and whatever comes with that, and your investment in me growing up and maturing, and that's men or women alike, should prove itself to make dividends in a positive way, and then you'll get all that you ever wanted. Yeah. But after a while, when they've been together decades at this point, we're fully potential. Kirk has reached where he's going to go. No shade at it. It's the truth, though. We've been having this conversation since we were introduced to them, and I'm certain they were having this conversation before they got in front of the camera. Okay, so at that point, with all of this time invested, we have children together, we have businesses together. A mother thought that Rashida likely made the decision, like, I'm not starting over. And so, to answer your question, I don't think that it is necessary. I think it is actually a quite toxic mindset to teach Black women. Really, Black women are socialized to believe that you have to struggle in order to reach love. But if we look at that, that's not germane to love and relationships. Black women, Black people are taught that you have to struggle in order to get what you want. Like, what do they tell us? You have to work twice as hard for half as much. Right? Yeah. And so you're already telling, like, you can get to where you want to go, but the toil that you're going to have to go through along the way is just germane. So it becomes, we've taken what is typical and have accepted it as normal, but that's not normal. Pain is not normal. Hurt is not normal. We live in a fallen world. And so what maybe just because it's common, just because it occurs regularly, does not mean we have to resign to that being our lot in life. And that's unfortunately what I think has happened. We have resigned to that's what it is, because we see that relationship, we see all they go through, we see the extramarital affairs, we see the external kids, but we also see the glitz and the glam, and she's on TV and making a lot of money. I also would like to say that I don't often try to speak on married folk business. I think that they've made a lot of money from struggle.
That. Yes.
And so
we incentivize it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that she's well aware of all that is going on, and I'm going to make my money. You're going to do what you're going to do. You've already showed me who you are. I'm believing you, and I'm going to profit off of it. So
She cooking already. Well, Rashida, if you're watching, Brittany says she will offer you a free session if you're in need.
Absolutely.
The doctor in front of your name.